Right, so it's coming from up there, look. It's carved out there, this groove in the grass, in the landscape. Right, continue back towards the car. Right, so you've got a gap in the wall that you climb over or go around it, and then you've got the next turnstile gate over there, look. And then just as you start getting towards the next wall at the far side, that's where the path takes you up the hill. It's quite steep as well and slippy. Not my favourite bit of pathway, by all means. Right, so let's get my tissue out again because the lens is absolutely soaking. That bit's unusual there, where it's going into the rock and it's carving out a natural cylindrical carve out because the water's rotating as it goes into that bit of a cave, cutting it back. Right, so you can either clamber over the bit wall here or go through the nasty boulders that's already dropped down off the wall, and they're all down in the dip here. Coming this way, I climbed over the wall because down here it's trip hazards. Let's see that one. So not only is there boulders, it's pretty tree roots as well and soft mud. So once again, take your time. So if you want to go trundling down there. Right, up onto the embankment and straight along to the next gate. Right. If you kind of scramble up that bit, just go straight ahead and come up the next one where it's not so steep. If it's slippy, that one back there. Just come up this one here, come up there. Right, you can see where there's a bit of a track going up that way to take you to the top, where the farmers go up or come down to this bottom pasture. I am gathering up the sheep. If you're quiet, you can see all kinds of bird life. Flying up and down the river, so you're bound to see maybe kingfishers, dippers. That's it. It's hard to get out of that bloody plunger. So I think what it is, when you come over the 3 fields and come through the spring-loaded gates, where there's marker post where it's pointing straight ahead or down to the river here, coming down through the embankment here, through the trees. If you go straight ahead, you can come down that path there, I suppose. To make it easier, instead of going where I'm going here now through the trees, which is all slippy, full of tree roots and quite steep. So now I know why that marker post is at the top, probably to come along the top and then down that farmer's quad bike track. I didn't realise that was there before, because I haven't been this way to the waterfall that many times, because I used to come via the road and park on the road, Beggarman's Road, and come over the turnstile ladder and then drop down. Right, so you walk through this gap in the wall, go right close to the fence again, and there's a little path takes you up through the steep climb to get to the top. This is all new fencing as well along here. Oh, loads of birds just taking off there. Look like starlings or something. There they are. Loads of them. I think they're starlings. Starlings flock together like that. Right, so this is where you've got to go uphill. And this is a bit of an awkward, slippy path as well to get up to the top. So like zigzag, round and round, and go up and up and up, then grab a hold of trees, anything to help pull you up and get up the steps. Right, let's look back. That's the view that you've got. Right, tissue again. So you can see the river's just going up round the right hand bend down there. And what's that? Is that one of them old train carriages down there? Never noticed that before. Some sort of container or carriage, I don't know. It's on the other side of the river, just down there, look. Blue painted, just down there. Right, let's get up this bloody steep bank. Slippy bank. Once again, like I say, I'm right-handed, so there's now to grab a hold of on the right-hand side here when I'm going up the side. So I'll have to lean over and just get a hold of anything I can get a hold of to help pull us up and stop us slipping back down. Like these tree roots are going into the steps. Get a hold of the tree now. That's it. Right, so this is where I'm going to be starting going through the turnstiles in the wall and heading across the fields, and I'm going to get bombarded with the rain. Well, like I say, instead of stopping recording and pulling my zip up, I'm just going to keep on recording and show you the journey back to where I came up the stone steps through the turnstile. It started coming this way after crossing the fields. Right. So this is where the marker post is, just at the top of this pathway, where, like I say, you can go straight on or come down this track to go down near the river, which I prefer to do. I like to be right next to the water as soon as possible, so you can see any bird life, or like I say, you could catch an otter, kingfisher, whatever, if you're lucky. Of course, with the weather being shit like this, you haven't got a lot of humans about to disturb them. Right, up these wooden steps. And there's your turnstile gate, and here's your marker post. Like I say, pointing straight on or left down here. So this is where I came left down here. Right, so I'm back into the open now, so I'm going to get absolutely soaking wet again. When my legs are going to get soaking wet. Right, so like I say, if you went straight on, you could go over and then take that farmer's quad bike track down to make it easier instead of going down there. Right, let's get across these fields again. Right, straight across to the next gate. I mean, it's well defined, the pathway, so you can't get lost. You see it's been well trodden. Right, I'm now in the open. I can see the church steeple of the church in horse straight ahead. Straight ahead. Oh man, I thought my jacket was covering the lens there, but it was just the right hand side. I'll have to take my jacket off and put it in the boot when I get back to the car, so I'm not travelling home driving in it with a soaking wet jacket on. I'll take my cap off as well because that would be dripping wet. But yeah, you can see the church pause straight ahead beyond GAYLE. So the rain is blasting from right to left, soaking on my right hand side here. Side of my legs is getting soaking wet again. Right, so you can see where the path's going up past the corner of that wall straight ahead, up the hill. That's where I'm going. There's loads of sheep down there in the bottom corner, getting out the rain. GAYLE, quarter of a mile. That's what they call it, Aysgill Force, not Ashgill. That's the other name for it, Aysgill, A-Y-S-G-I-L-L. Aysgill Force, half a mile from this gate here, where I've just come from. I knew it had another name, but I thought it was Ashgill. Right, across the fields, and there's GAYLE down there to the right, and the car's just at the bottom. Turn right, outside the GAYLE Institute. Right, so I've just got to turn round and go back exactly the same way I came, back towards Leyburn, and straight through Leyburn, through Bellaby, then get onto the main road at the top, and then head back towards Bardenmoor and Catterick Army Camp on the way back. Otherwise, I'll just turn right and go back the way I came, but it's all like stops and turns and thin roads. Well, it cuts off a big corner because you end up halfway along Catterick, going back the way I came. So it might be worth going back the way I came this morning. So when I get to Leyburn, turn right instead of going straight on. then just go all the way along ACE 684. To, what was it, Cotton, Burton or something, and turn left. Right, so just drop down now and go back through this turnstile gate and down the stone steps. Female pheasant. Right, so back down there through the gate and drop down the stone steps. Right, so you can see where the people have gone to the right as well, so they've got a better grip on the grass instead of going down there. Right, through the Kiss Me gate here, the metal gate, it's a swing one, and then down the stone steps back onto the road, turn right. There's your marker post pointing up here, black wooden post. Right, through the Kiss Me gate. Be careful coming down here as well, because one, you're high, two, these flagstones are slippy. Just take your time. People looking at me, they must see that I look absolutely soaking, they must think I'm absolutely mental. Right, back down, cut through the houses onto the bridge, turn right and go back along to the car. Out on here, and then past. He's coming down. Just shifting the cars around. Right, I've just come down the stone steps and back onto the main road here, coming down, going back into GAYLE, and my battery's just gone. So I've stopped dead and put a new one in. See if it goes past. Thought they were alarm clocks there. This must be the pressure gauges of the tank. Right, I'm trying to find my bloody tissue now. Right, so just past where that white car is, that's where you cut through the houses, and that's the way you can go and drive over the ford if you've got a decent vehicle. Right, the farmer's gone straight across, AJ and Kira have gone across the water, look. Let's go down and just have a quick peek. So on the other side is Beggar Man's Road that goes up to where you can drive up to the top and then look for that climb over ladder turnstile if you want to go up by road in the car. So straight ahead you can see those round red signs, 2 meters wide, 6'6" maximum. Right, so like I say, I'd started to walk across here one day. I thought, oh, I'll just walk straight across instead of going right round and over the bridge and through the houses. But then I got so far in, and I was just slippery, and I thought, nah, sod that for a game of dominoes. I'll probably end up flat on my back and soaking wet for the rest of the day. So I turned around and come back. Right. Right, just go back the same way I came to get back to the car. Right, just run this corner, I'll be cutting through the house. There's a little path takes you through the houses back onto the bridge. So Flags Cottage, Ingrid Flutes, Yorkshire. Now the lights are on that when I came up this morning. There's Ivy House with a frying pan hanging outside. Well, that looks like a bed and breakfast because there's people sitting in the back eating. These are probably cottages that people rent out. That's the actual families that sitting there eating at the back. Right, so just where there's red cars, that's where I cut through the house. There's your main road, look, going round and going to Wensleydale Butter Creamery. Right, so cut through these houses, over the stone bridge here, past the telephone box, and there's my car in the distance there, just outside the GAYLE Institute, like I say. You can hear the water racing down me right there. It's funny to see the old cobbles. I was wondering how long it would be before they closed down the mill. So you see some steps I can take down to get down by the side of the river just there, through the gap in the wall. This is where you say to yourself, I must be absolutely mental.
We are. We could be on it, shouldn't we? We could be paddling down it, couldn't we?
Are you going up to see the waterfall by any chance?
Well, we might do, mate.
There's two ways you can go. You can go by road,
Yeah.
up until you come to the climb over a wooden turnstile over the wall. And if you climb over that and then drop down the farmer's field, then drop down the second one and then climb over the turnstile ladder again, then you'll see the bridge across the river.
Oh, okay.
Cross over there and turn right, and it'll take you to the top of the waterfall.
Oh, lovely.
Or do you know this area?
Not very well.
All right, okay.
Well,
Where I've just come back from the waterfall, see this cut through the houses here? It takes you on the main road. If you go up the main road about 1,000 yards, you'll come across some stone steps up through the wall. Climb up the stone steps, go up a bit of a hillock, then just follow the grass tracks right across 3 fields through the spring-loaded turnstile gates, then just follow the path right way along the burn. That'll take you to the top of the waterfall. Oh, lovely. It's running spectacular at the moment as well.
it will be now, that's why we stopped.
Well, I hope you enjoy your day, even though the weather's crap. Right, horse down that way. Bainbridge, that's where I've got to go back through on my way back home towards Leyburn. Right, so I'm going to go back in the car, have another quick wee before I set off, so I didn't have to stop once I get going. So there's the old mill, with the old, literally it's a rope pulling bloody winch, the old type winch. Or you put the handle on and crank it, and it would lift up what you're trying to lift up. It's all old fashioned like. the dog looking at the window. You don't want to be out in the sun. You're best off inside. So the weather forecast was right for today anyway. Getting on in the afternoon it was going to be pissing down, which it is. Unlock. Right. Put everything in the boot because it's soaking wet. I'll turn the engine on to start it. Warming it through. Start charging up the battery as well. Bloody soaking. Right, stop recording. Okay, it's 11:33 AM. I'm back in the car and I've just turned the car around after having a quick tinkle before I start setting off on the road. So I'm going to be heading all the way back towards Leyburn and then head back the way I came this morning to cut off big corners to go back towards Caprick Army Camp and then get on the A1, turn left and start heading towards home. But the weather's just absolutely shit. My jacket and cap is absolutely soaking. I've taken everything off. My sweatshirt and everything underneath my jacket is soaking wet as well. So I've turned the heating up on the car, so as I'm driving along I'll get heat in the car to start drying us out. And I've got a bit of a towel that I always keep in the car. I've put it on my seat so I can start drying out my arse and my legs and my trousers. Right, so without further ado, start heading back home. Right, so bye for now.